Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Jay back again with another video. Happy Venus Day to everybody out there. In this video, pretty much I'm going to kind of like talk a little bit more about the 360 and stuff like that, because I feel like it's definitely an important tool, you know, at least for me and stuff like that. And I feel like there's many different ways to use it as well, you know. I know the last video I broke down, it was kind of pretty much based upon like astrology and stuff like that, which, like I said, there's many different ways to use your 360 and stuff like that, you know. Because in that video, you know, like, I kind of just went like, you know, the whole 360 about breaking down with astrology. I'll kind of talk about it more in this video and stuff like that. But before I wanted to get into this, I kind of just really wanted to talk about like belief and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in the 360, like if you don't actually believe in all of these different things, you know, all these different spiritual tools and stuff like that, like meditation, rituals and spells, affirmations, and all type of different other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you don't believe in that stuff, you know, because somebody could be like, you know, I've been meditating for like a month now, and it's like, I don't feel anything. I don't really feel any different, or like, I don't know if it's working or whatever, you know. It's probably because like you didn't actually believe in what you were doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have the full belief that it was working, or you didn't have like, you may not have set intentions, or you know what I'm saying? You weren't really going deep with it, you know what I'm saying? Or just like, especially like with rituals and spells, I feel like, you know, if you don't believe in that type of stuff, then like you definitely don't need to be like tapping into like magic or rituals and spells and all that type of stuff, you know, because it's like, I feel like, you know, certain spirits or whatever, like dark entities or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people definitely have been getting possessed a lot, like, you know, over the past few months and stuff like that. Like, I know this year's been pretty hectic and really intense and stuff like that. But like, if you don't actually believe like all those rituals and spells or your magic, your inner magic and stuff like that, it's like dark entities will just be like, okay, this person's opening up portals and stuff like that, you know, and they can go through those portals, but it's like you don't know what you're doing. Like, they know that you don't know what you're doing, so that's why they go through those portals and they can get to you, you know, or they can body snatchers, or like I said, you can get possessed, or you can just like, you know, have entities on you. Like, you don't need to get possessed necessarily, but it's like you just have entities feeding off of you, and you know, you let certain things into your space that shouldn't be there, and you know, you kind of notice how your whole life is like, you know what I'm saying, you getting hit from all type of different angles that you weren't getting hit with before. So, you know, definitely the power of belief into all these different things, you know, like as I break down, you know, more things to get into with your 360. Let's say if you don't believe in your 360 and stuff like that, then you're probably not going to feel any influences, or you're probably not going to feel, you know, what you're creating. You know, you're not feeling your inner magic and stuff like that. Because yeah, you know, starting out with like, you know, using your 360 for astrology, you know, it's pretty much just to like pinpoint the energies in the sky, right? And we can do this in our head, but I feel like it's important to like actually do things, you know, make things like physical, or just like to actually take action on things and to get out of our head sometimes, you know. Yeah, you know, so it's just basically pinpointing the energies in the sky, right? You know, to kind of see where things are at, you know, because we know we have like the sun in Leo, you know what I'm saying? And like, in order to like really like understand like where the constellations are at, I think you guys should get this app. It's called I think it's called Skyline or something like that. I'll definitely try to leave it like in the description. But you know, so just so you guys can get an understanding of where the constellations are at for yourself, you know, where the houses are at in the sky, you know. Because I know like, say like Aries, the first house, it's going to start like, it's going to be like in the northeast direction, you know what I'm saying? And then everything is going to follow like that, you know, and go in a circle in a full 360. But yeah, you know, like I said, using the 360 for astrology, it's basically just to like pinpoint the energies in the sky, so we can kind of have an understanding of the current energy influences that are going on currently in our situation and stuff like that, right? And kind of know how things are angling each other. So we know you have the sun in Leo right now. We got the moon in Virgo. So that's a semi-sextile, right? So we know that there's a positive harmonization between like our actions, which is based upon like self-expression, you know, whatever our passions are, our creativity, really putting all that on the forefront, on a center stage, trying to create, you know, a center stage for ourselves, kind of like to, you know, present whatever we're creating and stuff like that, kind of being in a more light energy, you know, really just attacking things with the fire element and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And we know that's harmonizing with our reactions, which is the moon is in Virgo right now, you know, which is based upon like details, health, work, routine, stuff like that. And, you know, really just being precise and stuff like that. Thinking, but really tapping into our intellectual abilities, you know what I'm saying? So really harmonizing that with our self-expression, you know what I'm saying? So it's really going to bring like a grounded self-expression, a real precise fire, you know, of self-expression and stuff like that, really creating like a foundation for ourselves, you know what I'm saying, through our self-expression and all these other things. And then, you know, another way is like you can also use that, like you can also do your 360 maybe to like dealing with astrology is like whatever energy you want to tap into, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're like, say you want to tap into this, you want to use your sun energy and kind of mix it with this, with the current alignment of whatever the sun is in right now, then it's like you would do your 360 to like, all right, say I'm a Gemini sun, right? And so, you know, we got Aries, we got the Aries first house, you know, and then we got Taurus, and then Gemini is going to follow. So and it's going to go, and Leo's going to be to my left, right? Because we know the wheel is going to go just like that. But it's like, all right, I'm a Gemini sun, so Leo is going to be to my left, right? It's going to be 2 signs to my left, or 2, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's a sextile. So I would do my 360 counterclockwise to the left, right? And while I do that, I'm like setting my intentions for how I want to use that, how I want to mix those energies and what I want to do. I would have the frequency, the image, and then the vibration, like the frequency and the feeling behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like the state of being that I'm in order to best harmonize and mix those two energies, and so I can, you know, truly tap into that energy and create an influence for myself that I can use and, you know, create with and travel with and stuff like that. You know, because I would do it to my left because like, and you know, you can do this however, but like I would do it to my left because it's closer to my left, and rather than me going all the way around, you know, to Aries, to Pisces and going back to the right, it would take longer. So it would be like, you know what I'm saying, it's just going to bring a longer route that I would have to take, you know, to tap into the energies that I want to bring into my life, you know. But if I do it to the left, it's just bringing a more harmonious energy, you know, because it's just right there. It's a sextile and stuff like that. But like I said, you can do this with anything, you know. If you want to mix like your Mercury energy with the sun right now, or whatever, however you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you guys certain like ideas and stuff like that, you know. But like, yeah, you know, you would, you know, tap into your Mercury energy, wherever your Mercury's at, see where the sun is at, and then like I said, whichever way it's closer, you know what I'm saying? If it's to the left, then you would do your 360 to the left. If it's to the right, if it's closer to the right, then you would do your 360 to the right, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, to really have the frequency, vibration, and intent behind your 360 while you're doing it, you know, either keep that in your mind, or you can like say your intention out loud while you're doing your 360, or however, you know. But yeah, you know, like pretty much like the point of like the 360 otherwise than using it for astrology, like I said, for astrology, is pretty much just to like pinpoint the energies of the sky so we can kind of have an understanding of the influences that are going on currently. And then like on another note, you know, using it in other ways, it's pretty much like the 360. Like I said, it's a tool pretty much for like detachment, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much for like detaching from it, from anything, you know, from certain energy, unwanted energies, from literally anything, you know. But that's like the art of like the 360, you know what I'm saying? To detach and to kind of like clear your space and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And the esoteric realm and stuff like that, right? Just to kind of I know, you know what I'm saying, like this is my point, but you really got to believe this stuff though, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you do your 360, you know, it's just kind of like detaching from things, you know what I'm saying? Like when you do that spin, it's like nothing can get on you. It's harder for things to attach to you, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're doing your 360 and stuff like that, so it just makes things harder to attach to you, you know? So yeah, that's basically what the 360 is, you know, just detaching from things, you know. So many different ways we can do that is just like on a daily basis, like we can just set the intentions, have the vibration and the frequency just on a daily basis, and do your 360 however you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? You could do your 360 to the right because you want to tap into energy influences that are going to bring familiarity to you, and kind of like things are going to be happening like right into your face, you know what I'm saying? Like things are going to be happening and it's like you can clearly see it, you know, or it's like there's going to be things that you're comfortable with, things like that, you know. Or you can tap into like energy influences. If you do it to the left, it's like, you know, that's, you're tapping into things that are going to be coming more like left field, things are going to be coming just from like out of the blue, or just like, you know, you're really going to have to tap into like being fully in the present moment to like catch certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it may just be coming from things that you're not too familiar with, or you know, you're not too well versed in that energy, so it's like things are going to be coming at you differently, or just new things, you know, real unique type energies are going to be coming to you, and like the ways that you're going to be getting hit and stuff like that, I mean, coming to you from like left field and stuff like that, rather, you know. But yeah, like I said, or you don't have to tap into the whole like right left. You can just do your 360 however you want. And like I said, just to detach from things in general, to kind of just set your intentions for the day, have your right frequencies, and then your right vibration, state of being for how you want the day to go, for what you're going to create, whatever you're going to be doing that day and stuff. Also, another way is like you can do your 360 like when you're going into places, especially like nowadays. I feel like when because all this whole COVID, this whole all this whole BS that they got going on, we all know about it. But it's like, and I just feel like beyond that, it's like people are really getting programmed, or like we're really seeing how people are like robots, or everybody kind of thinks the same, and like they got everybody kind of herded up and stuff like that, and everybody's kind of on the same things or whatever. So it's like when we're going into places like where we know there's going to be a lot of, however you want to call it, zombies or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do your 360 before you go into these places, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of make it harder for things to attach to you then, you know what I'm saying? And I've kind of noticed how I've been doing that, and it's definitely been working and stuff like that. Like I said, it comes down to like, belief, faith, creativity, and individuality. Like all of this is super important, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to any type of tools we're using, or just like our spiritual journey in general. But especially like when it comes to the 360, you know what I'm saying, or just any spiritual tools that we're using or creating for ourselves, you know what I'm saying? To just really get creative with these things, because I say you don't got to use all these things like the way I say it, or like I'm definitely only reminding y'all of like everything that we already know. But it's like, and I'm just sharing some things that I be doing, like certain ideas I have. But it's like you said, you can create your own thing. You can do whatever you can use this stuff for however you want to use it, or apply it however you want to apply it. So yeah, like I said, you can do your 360 before you go into certain places or into certain events or wherever you feel like, all right, I need to clear my space. I need to detach from anything that may be trying to attach to me in this when I go into this situation, go into this place, into this event, or whatever it may be, right? Or another way is like you can do your 360 like when you're doing rituals and spells. And like I said, that's super important, because like I just talked about beforehand, like especially if you don't believe in this type of stuff, you could really only, it's almost like praying, right? Like if you don't really know who you're praying to, then it's like any spirit can just be like, okay, let me make this person think he's talking to a god or whatever, praying to what is this or that, or let me play that, and then yeah, feed off of that, and then yeah, you kind of may look up and just, people usually aren't really aware that even like, okay, like whatever I'm praying for, it's not really coming how I want, or it's not really working out, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, because you probably getting preyed on instead, But yeah, like I said, that's just my point about, like really believing all this type of stuff, or really going deep with these things. But like I said, definitely you can do your 360 before doing like rituals and spells, which I think is another great one to kind of just set the right intentions, really clear that space, so things will have a harder time to attach to you, and like the more we start to cultivate this ability and skill, it's like we can do a 360, and it's like, yeah, we can really feel super powerful, and we really feel how like things are having a harder time to attach to us, and we can really feel more lighter and free, and like create from a space of purity, like this is our pure space. We're creating purely from, these are our pure vibrations, pure frequencies, pure intentions. This is all us, and nothing is attaching to us that's throwing us off or messing up our energy and stuff like that, right? So yeah, definitely doing your 360s when it comes to rituals and spells. And then like yeah, doing it when you go into places. And then like, last but not least is just like detaching from like outcomes, you know what I'm saying? Doing your 360 when you want to detach from an outcome in a certain situation in life, say you're gonna go somewhere, whether it's you go to work, and it's like, or just any place, it doesn't have to be work, but you're like, man, I always go to this place and this always happens, or it's always like this or that, and it's like, if you kind of want to like start to create a better outcome for yourself and stuff like that, like do your 360, you know what I'm saying? Like do that 360, like, but like you definitely got to have the, like I said, certain intentions for certain different things, you know what I'm saying? Like for the astrology, you can have certain intentions for, doing your 360 in general on a daily basis, certain intentions for whatever you want to do, 360 when you're going into places, like I said, certain intentions, all this rituals and spells, everybody, creates their own intentions and stuff like that, but it's like, definitely like setting your intentions for the outcome, you know what I'm saying? How do you want it to go? I'm not saying you can control every little thing in life, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you can create an influence, or you can create things to have a more harmonious outcome, you know what I'm saying? Or at least maybe it won't be as harsh, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, because everybody needs lessons, everybody needs hardship to kind of expand in life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just, like I said, just trying to create certain things that's like, you know, we can tap into these tools to make things a little more lighter, a little more easier on ourselves, just to, you know what I'm saying? Give ourselves a better approach to things, you know, kind of just like a cheat code almost or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Just giving ourselves an advantage, you know. That's probably like why we're into astrology in general, all these type of things. It's like, you know what I'm saying, we want to tap into these certain advantages that are here for us, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, definitely doing your 360, detaching from an outcome, you know, right? So that's another good one as well. Rather it's like, or you know, like doing your 360, and I mean, another way like detaching from an outcome is like, say you're with people and stuff like that, like, you know, you're with a couple friends and stuff like that. I know this is probably gonna be a bad example, but it's like, you know, like say we all want to go, like, you know, I'm with a couple homeboys and they want to go to this certain neighborhood, and I'm like, I don't know about that, you know, like I said, you know, like that's not really the best neighborhood, or like that's like, I don't know, I kind of know what's gonna happen if we go there or whatever, you know. But they're like, nah, we gotta go, or this and that or whatever, you know. And like, I mean, like, this is only if you do like sign that, you know, like sign that contract or whatever, if you're like, if you do agree to those terms and conditions or whatever, you know. Or sometimes we may have to, like I said, this is a bad example, it doesn't have to be this example, but it's like if we do have to do something, you know, we're like, man, I already know that's not going to be good, or I know what's going to happen, kind of, or whatever, you know. But like I said, just for sake for this example, it's like, you know, I got a couple homeboys, they want to go to this neighborhood, and I'm like, I don't know, you know. So I'm going to do my 360, but I'm going to do it to the left, counterclockwise, because like whatever outcome of that situation is, I want to be like on the outside of that situation. I want to go a different route than they're going, you know what I'm saying? So whatever the outcome is, they would get hit with the angle of like whatever the outcome is going to be, right? So I know that's going to be a bad outcome, so it's like they're going to get hit with whatever's going to happen. But like me, I'm not attached to that outcome, you know. I already created a certain influence for myself that's not going to be get hit with that angle. I'm going to be hit with a different angle, you know what I'm saying? So it play out like, all right, we go to the neighborhood, and then like the bad stuff starts to happen. Like say, all right, you know, some dudes come up and they start pressing issues, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my two of my homeboys, they're gonna be getting pressed. Like they specifically come up to them and they start pressing them, you know what I'm saying? But they already got like certain thoughts and ideas in their head, you know, coming from me and my spirit, like, you know what I'm saying, that already let their spirit know, like, yeah, don't mess with him though, you know what I'm saying? Or like, they didn't even, like, you know what I'm saying, they're not even too worried about me, you know what I'm saying? Or they're just like, you know, they may tell me something and then they just may tell me to go on or something, you know, like it'll just be different, you know what I'm saying? But like I won't have the same outcome as them, you know. So yeah, that's another thing, is that doing your 360 to detach from outcomes, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's just the example I use, you know, counterclockwise, left field, because I want to go away from their outcome, you know what I'm saying? So I want to go left field, I don't want to go to the right. Like say if you did a 360 to the right, then you know what I'm saying, you like, that's like aligning with their energy. That's like, you know, kind of like tying cords together, you know what I'm saying, to where it's like you're kind of creating a even more, you know. But I mean, like on the outcome of that, it would only be a bad outcome, you know. So it's like you're only adding to that bad outcome, or that's the outcome that you're going to receive into your reality. Or like I said, you know, just doing your 360 to detach from outcomes in general, you know, by yourself, or however you want to use that and apply this, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, that's kind of, you know, I really wanted to get on and kind of break down more about the 360 and stuff like that. Like I said, I feel like it's super important. These aren't like all the ways to use your 360, but I feel like these are a good amount of ways that different ways you can use your 360. Like I said, definitely you guys can tap into, you know, this stuff, and you can use your 360s however you want, or you can, you know, create new ways to use your 360, or apply these things how you apply them, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, just like I said, you know, your 360 with the astrology, just pinpointing the energies in the sky, you know what I'm saying? Kind of seeing what it's going to be like on a daily basis and stuff like that, dealing with the energy influences that we're currently in, kind of seeing how things angle each other, so we know what it's going to be like, so we know how to align ourselves more properly to ride the waves instead of being under them. And then, you know, doing the 360 astrology wise, like if you want to mix your energies and if you want to tap into like certain rituals and spells that you're doing, you know, with the planets and stuff like that, like I said, you want to tap into whatever your natal alignments are to the current alignments in the sky, and you want to mix those energies, kind of blend those together, have a more harmonious energy influence when tapping into that, using it like that. And like I said, other ways, you know, other than that, like I said, 360 on a more esoteric aspect is just like detaching from unwarranted energies, detaching in general, and just kind of like clearing your space and kind of creating a space of newness, of purity, you know what I'm saying, that you can create from a place of purity, you know what I'm saying, dealing with your intentions, vibrations, and frequency. All right. So yeah, like I said, happy Venus Day to everybody out there. Definitely got more things coming. I'm definitely trying to tap into more like spiritual things, you know, because I know I kind of like went a good amount with astrology, and I'm still gonna like go deeper with astrology as well. But I definitely want to put out like more spiritual videos as well, because I feel like the times we're in, this is a super potent time for like spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, a lot of different things and stuff like that. So I feel like it's super important to like kind of like stay spiritually aligned, stay in balance, to kind of keep these things in the forefront of our mind, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, I'll be back again. Happy Venus Day, everybody out there. Have a good one, y'all.